Hello everyone! This video will be a little bit more personal than usual. I'll show you New York before Christmas. I'll show you a new Louis Vuitton store that just opened in Manhattan. I mean recently, I'm not sure when. Also, I wanted to buy Christmas gifts. This is Macy's, the largest department store in the United States and one of the largest in the world. Believe it or not, the store even has its own jail. A room where they detain customers suspected of shoplifting. This is their Thanksgiving turkey. This video was taken the day after Black Friday, on Saturday, right after Thanksgiving. So the turkey was still there. This device here is for taking 360-degree videos. I love how Macy's is decorated for the winter holidays. Every year I take pictures here. This is the Louis Vuitton department inside Macy's, not the store I was planning to see. Macy's has changed locations in Manhattan several times, and this building was constructed in 1902. It still has several functioning wooden elevators, which is quite unique. Last year I remember going to New York on Black Friday. I knew these stores would be crowded, but I didn't expect them to be that crowded. What I hadn't considered at all was how packed the streets would be. It was awful, and I don't think I'll go to the city on Black Friday again. This year I went there on Saturday evening. It was a cold day, so I thought the streets might be less crowded, and I was right. Manhattan felt much quieter than usual, which was a nice change. I didn't know Etsy has an office building in Manhattan. I know their headquarters is in Brooklyn, in Dumbo. By the way, I googled how to pronounce Etsy for this video. I always said Etsy, but I've heard people pronounce it as Etsy. So yes, the correct pronunciation is actually Etsy. While I was googling how to pronounce Etsy, I found that one of Etsy's co-founders, Robert Callen, said that he wanted to name the company with a nonsense word, because they were creating a company from scratch. And in Italian, Etsy means "oh yes," and in Latin and French, it means "what if?" I think this used to be a Lord & Taylor store. I was working nearby when it was still open. Now it looks like something connected to Amazon because of the Amazon Smile logo and the boxes. So I looked it up. Yes, it's Amazon's building now. But first, in 2006, it was sold to Macy's. In 2019, the building was sold to WeWork. And only then, in 2020, Amazon purchased the building from WeWork. I've mentioned in one of my previous videos that I love creating these videos because it helps me to learn new things. For example, until now, I didn't know what Etsy means and how to pronounce Etsy. And that Macy's is the largest department store in America, even though it's written right on the building. I just never noticed the sign. I mean, I saw the shopping bag, but I only noticed what's written on it when I went through my video footage. By the way, a gift box or a shopping bag, it's actually a property right behind the sign. It's a 5-story building. It's called the $1 Million Corner because it was purchased for $1 million in 1911, which was a huge amount of money. First, it was bought in 1900 for $375,000 by Robert Smith, who was acting on behalf of Ziegler Cooper, a company that had the world's largest department store at that time. It was located in Manhattan. He purchased it to prevent Macy's from expanding to fully occupy the block and potentially becoming the new world's largest department store. However, Macy's was built around this building. The Ziegler Cooper store went out of business and Robert Smith sold the corner building for $1 million, but not to Macy. By the way, Macy is the last name of the founder of the Macy's store. His name is Roland Macy. So the new owner of the 5-story building later agreed to let Roland Macy to use the building's facade as a large advertisement. That's why we have now a giant shopping bag on the corner of Macy's. This is New York Public Library building. not the main building. The main building is right across the street, well, diagonally. I heard that this building has a nice rooftop where everyone can spend time. Just take a book and enjoy the Manhattan view. When I heard about it, people said it wasn't crowded, at least when they were there. I've never been there, but I definitely plan to visit. Hopefully it will be the same, not crowded, nice space. I'm wondering if there is a cafeteria, like in some bookstores, like Barnes & Noble. Actually, I'm not sure how this business model works. I don't believe that people do not stay in books if they eat and drink while reading. But it seems to work because otherwise they wouldn't do it, right? Actually, some libraries have cafeterias as well. I know Princeton Library has cafeteria, but they have like separate space, separate from the reading space. Yes, and they do not sell new books, so yeah, it's different. It's a different business model, and yeah, it's a completely different story. This is the main building of the New York Public Library. I like to see how the buildings are decorated. This building's foyer was decorated this way before Christmas. It's kind of strange for my taste. I'm curious, are these trees natural or fake? Hoka store. It's a relatively new brand and it already has a huge store on Fifth Avenue. I found out about this brand only last winter when I was shopping for new sneakers. I didn't like Hoka and chose On instead. The brand name is On, O-N. I love them and I would totally recommend them. Back to Hoka. I wanted to say that it's interesting how fast new brands grow and start replacing the old ones. Like I mentioned, I wanted to buy gifts from two stores, L'Occitane and Rituals. That day I found out that all Rituals stores in America have closed. They have only online sales now. Oscar de la Renta. I love this brand. Not that I own anything from it, it's way too expensive. I love the dresses after watching the movie Sex and the City. Not the show, but the Netflix movie that came after. Charlotte and her daughters were wearing Oscar de la Renta dresses to the piano recital. I looked up this brand after watching that movie. I would wear any dress from this brand to my piano recitals. Even the tourist bus is decorated with lights. Did you see that people inside were wearing Santa hats? St. Patrick's Cathedral. To enter the cathedral, you have to show your bag to security. I came to another Louis Vuitton store. It didn't look like the store I was planning to see. This was a Coach store. Have your picture taken in front of flags or with the cardboard cutout of Trump. We were still looking for a Louis Vuitton store, and Google Maps gave us directions from Trump Tower to its inner kind of backyard plaza. Here it is. I absolutely do not like this design in brown on their bags, but I like it here as a bright building decor.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But This is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la 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 la, oh, oh.
Photo sessions on the street are a common thing in New York. Photographer takes pictures on the green traffic light in front of police car.
Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you.
I like how the anthropology store is decorated. This is the famous ice skating rink at Rockefeller Center. The price to skate varies depending on the time of the day and the season. Typically, it's from $40 to $90 for 1 hour without the skates. They also rent skates for, I think, $15. We came to look at the ice rink, but the first reason was to buy a gift at the Louis Vuitton store. It was right here next to these fountains, but it looked like it had been substituted by Aesop. Who knew it's pronounced as Aesop? I looked it up, Louis Vuitton and Aesop. I didn't know how to pronounce them. I had to go to the shopping mall in New Jersey instead to buy what I wanted. This is Radio City Hall, where the famous Rockettes perform every Christmas. I went to the show once with my kids. They probably don't even remember because they were very young. I think they have up to 5 shows a day. The hall is huge, almost 6,000 seats. And every year and every day, the hall is full of people. It's amazing how many people come to New York from all over the world. And the tickets are not cheap. It's New York, and New York is expensive. This is it about New York for today. For those who have been watching my videos and were expecting the next video about cruise ship, I'm still planning to make those videos. I haven't posted for a while because of the many things that going on right now in my life. But first of all, creating these videos is my hobby, and I just enjoy doing it, but it takes enormous amount of my time. I also have a job. It's not a 9-to-5 job, it's a business. I'm a musician, and together with my friend and partner, we have music festival. This is a festival for students who take music lessons, and they want to perform, so we basically providing them with these performance opportunities. We don't have concerts during the summer break, but once the school year starts, I have less time for creating these videos. Also, our kids grew up and we started traveling more, and it's almost impossible, at least for me, to edit videos while traveling. I'm not a professional. I don't know how to optimize this process, and I could just hire someone, but paying someone even $100, I'm not sure how much it costs if I outsource it somewhere, and maybe aiming for 4 or 5 videos a month, like once a week, right? Doesn't add up in my head because I don't earn money from this channel. And paying someone just doesn't end up in my head. Now, about a big change for me and my family. As some of you may know, I live close to New York. I live in New Jersey. I love New York, and I was planning to make more videos about New York. And now that will change because we're moving. We're moving to the West Coast. My husband changed his job. He was working at Google for 10 years, and it's an interesting story why he left Google. And for me, it just proves that what's meant to be, it's always for the best. So after spending all our years in America on the East Coast, after raising our kids here, after making huge remodel to our house, we're leaving to live in California in an apartment. We went to California in December, toured a lot of apartment complexes, and I'm planning to create a video about our Silicon Valley apartment hunting. So if you're interested in learning about Silicon Valley, apartments there, the whole process of moving, please subscribe and click on the bell button to get notifications about my new videos. We were in Palo Alto, Mountain View, South San Francisco areas. It's summer there, well, almost summer. The weather is really nice. The phrase that California has a tax on sun makes total sense now. The winter is mild. They have chilly temperatures in the mornings and evenings. I was wearing a light down jacket from Uniqlo. And in the mornings, in the evenings, I was wearing this jacket, but I was wearing just a sweater in the middle of the day. So it was really nice. It was really pleasant weather there. Here in New Jersey, we have -8 degrees Celsius today, and it was -14 degrees Celsius at night. It's totally unexpected. It's crazy. It's not usual for New Jersey, but it's nice. It's sunny, and we have snow, the right amount of snow, because our backyard is covered in snow, but the driveway is clean and we didn't have to dig up our car from the snow. Actually, I wanted to go to the store today, and it was so freezing. Usually I also go to the park to just walk, and I couldn't make myself going. I went only after finding a compromise with myself that I'll go for a walk, but I'll not, I will go to the store, but I will not go for a walk because it's just freezing. I like 4 seasons, I like snow, and I'm not sure where it will be best for me to live. We'll see. I'm looking forward to this change. Change is good. It will be everything new. New apartment, new furniture, even new dishes. I could send dishes there because we will be sending our car, but I wanted to replace my dishes for some time, and here's the occasion. Who knew? I already bought, because of the Black Friday, I already bought a new coffee machine. Actually, my husband insisted. He doesn't drink coffee. It's only for me. It will be my coffee maker. He likes to buy gadgets, and after buying, I think, everything he could on Black Friday, he bought, for example, 3 computer monitors. He insisted that I would buy also a new espresso maker because, mine is relatively big, and send it there doesn't really make sense. We could maybe pack and put it in the car and send it with the car. So we bought a new one. Our son lives in California now, so he receives all our purchases. This is it for today. More videos are definitely coming about the cruise, about moving, about choosing an apartment, furniture, and probably unwrapping boxes. As I said, we're planning to send the car there, so it will be something new for us. I'm sure it will be interesting. It will be, at least it will be a story. Tomorrow is Christmas. Maybe I will post this video only tomorrow. I'll schedule it for tomorrow. So happy Christmas for those who celebrate, happy winter holidays for those who do not celebrate, and I'll see you soon.